So this is the spot where Sidhu Moose Wala, the famous Punjabi singer, came from his village of Musa to this spot. This is Jawahar Ke village. We have been mentioning it, that this is the spot where he was fired upon. Now this is the temple in the backdrop, if you can see. Shots were also fired while the attackers were trying to flee. Shots were fired on this wall, on my left, if you can see. So this is the location. If we'll try to speak to one of the locals here, they will try to explain us. ये बताइए क्या नाम है आपका?
साबका सरपंच रजिंदर जवाहर के मैं मौके पे पहुंच गया ਸੀਗਾ।
आप मौके पे आ गए थे?
बिल्कुल।
तो क्या हुआ क्या था यहाँ?
ਇੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਮੂਸੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਸੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਡੀ 'ਚ, ਕੋਈ ਸਾਹ ਲੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਕੋਈ ਸਾਹ। ਉਹ ਦੋ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ, ਇੱਕ ਬਲੈਰੋ ਗੱਡੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਟਾਇਰ ਭੰਨੇ ਤੇ ਤਸੱਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ। 3 ਬੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਸਿੱਧੂ ਮੂਸੇ ਵਾਲੇ 2 ਮੁੰਡੇ ਹੋਰ ਸੀ।
वो आए बोलेरो गाड़ी में, किस गाड़ी में आए थे?
ਬਲੈਰੋ ਗੱਡੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਗੱਡੀ ਸੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ 2 ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਸੀ।
अच्छा।
ਪੂਰੀ ਤਸੱਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਰੇ। 70 ਫਾਇਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ। 70 ਫਾਇਰ ਨੇਰੀ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ।
70 फायर किए आप?
70 ਫਾਇਰ ਇੱਥੇ। ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮੂਵੀ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਘਰੀ ਮਾਰਤੀਆਂ। ਸਾਰੇ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਤੇ ਤੇ ਬੰਦ ਬੂਹੇ ਬਾਰੀਆਂ।
ठीक है।
ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰ ਹੈ, ਇਹ 2 ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਗਨਮੈਨ ਵਾਪਸ ਲੈਤੇ ਨੇ। 1 ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ, ਦੂਜੇ ਦਿਨ ਪ੍ਰੀਪਰੇਨ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਮੂਸੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਇਕਲੌਤਾ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਸੀਗਾ। ਹੋਣਹਾਰ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹੇ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਾਨ ਮਰਵਾਤਾ ਸਾਡਾ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮਰਵਾਇਆ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੱਧੂ, फिर था सिद्धू मूसे वाला।
अच्छा, ये बताइए कि कितने बजे ये घटना हुई होगी? आप टाइम क्या था?
करीब 5:30 का टाइम। दिन दिहाड़े गोलियां चलियां। दिन दिहाड़े सारा पिंड सहम हो गया भी आ की हो गया, आ की हो गया।
और पुलिस कितने देर बाद आई थी यहाँ पर?
पुलिस ने फोन किया, पुलिस आ गई 10-15 मिनट में। पुलिस आ गई, SHO आ गया। फिर लेकिन सिद्धू मूसे वाले दा पिस्तौल भी असीं विचों दित्ता हैगा। सिद्धू मूसे वाले दा पिस्तौल विच लोड किया होया सी, लेकिन वो बंदियां लवे आसला नहीं सी। मूँह ते टोपे चढ़े हुए सीगे ते फिर गोलियां बजियां। हो गेट ते गोलियां बजियां, गोलियां निकले बिजली।
So what he's saying is that when the attack happened, when they started firing at Sidhu Moose Wala, so some shots were fired on this wall. Even one of the locals tried to film it on his phone, so the attackers also attacked on him, and some shots are fired on the wall of the temple. The police came, as per the eyewitness of the local ex-sarpanch. He is the ex-sarpanch who just spoke to us. He says that the incident happened at around 5:30 in the evening. The entire area went into shock after the sound of bullet fired or shots fired at Sidhu Moose Wala. Sidhu Moose Wala's vehicle was abandoned here. He was here abandoned in a pool of blood, as people are suggesting here. And after which the police was informed. Police came, and then he, along with his family, his father was also in the FIR. His father says that as soon as he noticed that Sidhu Moose Wala has left the residence without security as well as without his bulletproof car, then he started chasing him. By the time his father in the FIR is quoted saying that by the time he reached at this spot, there was already a vehicle parked here as if waiting for Sidhu Moose Wala, and perhaps it appeared so that the attackers knew what was the movement of Sidhu Moose Wala, what was his location. Somebody seemed to be tipping them off his location, about his movement and location, and that is why his car was waylaid. His Thar, which he was driving by, was waylaid by 2 cars. Armed men in 2 cars waylaid his car here, and then indiscriminate firing. The locals say it's 70 rounds. The police sources say it's around 30 rounds. But the situation here suggests that it must be indiscriminate firing, due to which Sidhu Moose Wala, a young promising singer, died at the spot. In Mansa, Mohammed Ghazali for NDTV. This is that fateful car in which Sidhu Moose Wala, along with his 2 accomplices, was going from his native village of Moose Wala to Jawahar. And right now, the personnel from forensic team, they are examining, they are monitoring and collecting evidences. Now you can see these bullet marks that clearly suggest that indiscriminate firing was done on Sidhu Moose Wala. As per the FIR, his father suggests that when he left in his vehicle, in this Thar vehicle, his father noticed that he's not going along with the security guards. He's not going with his own bulletproof car. So he started chasing him, and by the time he could go alert him, he noticed that two separate cars have waylaid him and started firing at him. So that is when he rushed him to the civil hospital, where he was brought dead. Now you can see the condition of the car right now. Bullet shots on the windscreen, bullet shots inside the car, on the body of the car, and that shows that multiple gunshots were fired at him, which killed him, injured his 2 companions who were traveling with him, while the police has also recovered the car through which the assailants had fled. They have recovered 2 more cars which were used by the assailants, but this is something which is very critical for collecting the evidence. The forensic team is here from Chandigarh. They are making all the notes. They are collecting all the minute details of whatever they can gather from here for the forensic details. It has also been a matter of record that a weapon was recovered from Sidhu Moose Wala's car. Now, as per sources, that is a licensed weapon owned by Sidhu Moose Wala, but how many shots were fired from it, perhaps that is not known yet. So that weapon also will be sent to the forensic laboratory for more details, whether it was used, whether it was not used, how many shots were fired. So that is something, these are the certain evidences which the police and the forensic team is looking at right now. And the team has just arrived here, so it's been almost like 10 minutes since it's examining, and it may be that after some time the forensic team may walk away with the car they will tow away the car from here. This is something which they are looking at right now. They're making some notes, they're collecting all the minute details, evidences from here. So this is very critical as far as cracking this case is concerned, because when Sidhu Moose Wala was traveling from his village to Jawahar Ke village, that is when the 2 armed men in 2 separate vehicles waylaid him near Jawahar Ke village, fired indiscriminately there, and the condition of the car, the front side of the car, you can see bullet marks even on that side, even on this side, right, left. It seems he was properly gheraued by 2 vehicles, and people from both the vehicles, or the shooters from both the vehicles, started firing indiscriminately at him. He was driving the car, so he had maximum bullet injuries, while 2 of his accomplices are still under treatment in government hospital in Patiala. In Mansa, with camera person Ashwini Mehra, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.